Welcome back to DVL. Some say three's a crowd, but not for three men in San Diego who are all in a relationship and raising babies together. Earlier, I spoke to them about their life as a throuple in today's DVL Spotlight.
Remember the movie 3 Men and a Baby? About 3 men who band together to raise an infant? Well, Jenkins, Alan Mayfield, and Jeremy Allen Hodges are just that. 3 men raising babies together. The difference? They're all in a relationship with each other.
I just don't think humans are actually built to be monogamous animals. So having an open relationship allows you to learn more, grow more with an additional person.
Ian and Alan have been a couple for years, but they wanted to bring in another person to complement their relationship. So when they met Jeremy 9 years ago, they just felt he was the perfect fit.
We just had amazing chemistry with Jeremy.
Having a baby is not an easy task for many same-sex couples, never mind a throuple. But in 2017, in a landmark case, they fought to have all 3 of their names listed on their daughter's birth certificate and won.
Piper goes to preschool, and then we play with Parker, and we're teaching him to speak and play and have fun with him. It's really pretty ordinary.
Ian, Alan, and Jeremy, welcome to Daily Blast Live. When people hear the word throuple, they might not even know what to make of it or what that means. So, Ian, would you best describe your relationship in your words? Go ahead, you have the floor.
Sure. It's really not any more complicated than we're just an ordinary family, but instead of 2 parents or 1 parent, there's 3. Really not any more complicated than that. And when people come over, it takes them about 10 seconds to adjust, and then they realize, hey, we're just regular people.
Jeremy, how did you feel about entering into a polyamorous relationship with Ian and Alan? Because I'm always questioning the jealousy aspect. Does that ever come into play, or is that something we stereotype from the outside?
I was never planning on being in a relationship like this. I had met a throuple before I met Alan and Ian, and that kind of opened my eyes to the possibility and what that entailed. But it's not for everyone. You have to have a certain personality, I think. But for us, it works really great. And I would say that there's not a lot of jealousy. That's not something that really plays a factor.
That's good to hear. Now, Alan, all 3 of you are legal parents to your 3-year-old daughter, Piper, and your 16-month-old son, Parker. Hello, boo-boos. Now, the road to get here was not easy. And I wanted to know what was the most surprising thing for you about that process.
We don't have a uterus, so we can't just easily make a baby. And so it takes a lot of planning and foresight. And so, being in a throuple, I definitely had reservations about what would this legal impact be for the children. Is this something that, even if we want to have children, is this something that would be a good idea for them, a good environment to raise them? And all I can say is it took years of us thinking about it and planning and trying to make steps to prepare for it. We didn't plan on necessarily being able to all be 3 legal parents. So we had a lot of legal preparation and contracts and trusts drawn up, and being able to be all legal was just icing on it. But it did feel important for us. Our mindset wasn't to be a trailblazer or to be pushing boundaries. It was really, how can I best protect my children?
Do you have any concerns about bringing your kids up into this world as a throuple, whether what the world may say about them, what your kids might think about themselves? Talk to me a little bit about that.
We're not naive, and obviously at some point this will affect our kids, but every kid is affected by something. Every kid has something that makes them different or stand out. A kid with 2 gay dads, at some point might get made fun of. And so the fact that the thing that makes our kids different is that they have an extra parent to love them, I think is pretty mild when it comes to something that sets you apart and makes you different. We've been very fortunate in our life. All of our friends, all of our families are incredibly supportive.
That's
so,
good.
Actually we haven't had any parent shaming. Now that Ian has his book out and there's lots of PR, I'm sure if we went to comment sections, we'd get parent shamed, but we try not to do that. And most people, once they meet us, they just really don't bat an eye because they see that we're all normal professionals that are just, raising their kids like everyone else.
Ian, Alan, and Jeremy, thank you so much for sharing your story. I'm going to plug that book. Ian's book, of course, 3 Dads and a Baby, Adventures in Modern Parenting. It's out now. It's available on Amazon and at all major booksellers. Thanks again, you guys. We'll be right back.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.